Thanks for checking out this film review from the Dead Man's Party podcast. You could find our full archive of every unedited show if you subscribe to The Skeleton Crew on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to support Dead Man's Party on Patreon. Link in the description. Enjoy the review. We're back with another Steven Seagal film. My name is Al, and I'm with two guys. One thought he was invincible, and the other thought he could fly. They were both wrong. Chris, you know nothing we ever did ever amounted to shit. What's up, Chris?
Everybody want go heaven. Nobody want dead.
That is true. That's very true. And I'm with the guy who... Oh, Ghoul. Is that crack?
Chico, when did anybody ever accuse me of being sane?
No one ever did, and no one ever will. That's Ghoul, guys. We are here reviewing Marked for Death. What year does this one come out?
I don't know. 90 maybe?
1990?
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
Director, Dwight H. Little, who you two should recognize.
Yeah, Halloween 4.
Yep. Writers, Michael Grayus, Mark Victor. Starring, Steven Seagal. Joanna Pakula as Leslie. Basil Wallace as Screwface. His name is Screwface, you blood clot. Everyone's a blood clot in this fucking movie. The wasted Keith David. Tom Wright as Charles, who is wasted by Screwface at the end. Danielle Harris. And what movie did we just mention?
Shut up.
Danielle Harris as Tracy, the little his niece who was shot in the head. I guess the bullet just grazed her, like LL Cool J and H2O. It's okay, honey. The bullet just grazed me.
I'm gonna write a romantic thriller.
So yeah, Marked for Death. This is Steven Seagal's third movie. You already heard us review Above the Law, Hard to Kill, and Marked for Death, and we
Out for Justice.
Retroactively, did Out for Justice.
Oh,
I guess.
shit, that's right. We didn't do it in sequential order.
Oh, that's okay. These people don't remember how they heard it anyway.
Who cares?
You think they went, wait a minute, I need to hear this in order, guys. So yeah, they're good. Yeah, this movie is the other one. So, like I said, my dad just copied stuff from the video store, and it was always Hard to Kill and Marked for Death. It's always funny, like, whenever I thought, when Chris said he wants to do Above the Law and Out for Justice, I always thought that Above the Law started off with the chase that this movie starts off with. That Danny Trejo throwing him in the trunk. I always feel like those movies are more like that than these two movies are. I know you can't even relate to what I'm saying because it's not in your head that way, but it was always weird. I never pictured that opening scene is always weird to me. Like, you ever watch a movie like Kindergarten Cop where you kind of always forget about that opening scene?
Yeah, it almost like doesn't fit the tone of the rest of the movie.
Yeah, that's how this is to me.
Well, because it's funny because if you're thinking about, like, similar to that, it's like you would think that the villains of this movie were going to be like Cartel or something, and they're not at all.
And they're not at all. So it always throws me for a loop when I see that. But it was nice to see a young Danny Trejo. I assume that's young. He still looks like shit. I mean, I don't know how old he is there.
He still looks 60.
Yeah.
Right? He never looked good.
Now, when your dad was copying these tapes, did he explain to you that what he was doing was a federal offense and was punishable by a $250,000 fine and prison time? As it would say at the beginning of every VHS tape.
He didn't have to because he left those beginnings on there. He didn't have the presence of mind to like just press record while the movies were about to start.
The credits started to roll, yeah.
What do you guys think of this as Steven Seagal's third movie? Do you think it's pretty ambitious? It's 1990. Apparently, in our show at least, it's big. It's a big thing to have the Jamaicans as like their fucking. What are they in Predator 2?
Jamaican voodoo posse, same thing as this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. How about when the reporter goes, these Jamaican gangs known as posses. That was so funny.
That was fantastic. Yeah. The way she said that, posses.
They're known as posses. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I have that on my phone.
Although less than 1% of Jamaican immigrants are involved, Jamaican gangs known as posses are now dominating the American drug trade.
I had no idea that term originated from Jamaican gangs, a posse.
I don't think it originated from that, but it was just very...
No, I know, but the way this movie plays out, that's what they make.
You're right. Yeah.
So that's cool. I wonder if Screwface has anything to do with the ones in Predator 2.
Dude, he's probably rivals to King Willie.
Exactly. A rival gang, King Willie. Yes.
Do you guys recognize the correlation?
Yes, that's what I thought about when I was watching this movie.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Who stole it from who?
This one, they came out the same month, right?
Oh my God.
I know this came out in October of 90. I didn't look at the exact release date for Predator 2.
Predator 2 is November.
I was going to say regardless. They would have been filming at the same time, though, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 Jamaicans lost their heads in both 1990 films that we reviewed.
Oh my God! I didn't even think of that part.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I was just talking about the Jamaican gangs thing.
Oh.
And they both have swords as their main weapons.
Shit, dude.
Hmm.
And they both do the bone thing. They pull them up, they juggle them and throw them into a pot or whatever. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Yeah, 34 people were killed in this movie, so it was a nice body count. It was way more brutal and edited down to make an R rating.
That I believe.
It was the third movie of Seagal's to have a 3-word title, and it's said in the movie.
Yes.
This is the first movie out of his first 3, obviously, that finally had a bona fide, badass, memorable villain. Like, you watch this movie and you don't forget who Screwface is.
No,
he's not some typical blood clot. This guy is major.
He's got the fucking dreadlocks. He's got the Jamaican accent. Those blazing bright blue eyes.
They're
those
green.
Black
eyes.
green.
That's what makes it so jarring, because you never see that.
Those black blister things on the side of his face.
What are those bumps all over him?
They don't ever in that.
Because it's on his back, too.
He looks like a demon. Like, he is very memorable.
I wrote it as, he literally, and this is the coincide with the Predator thing, he looks like the human version of what a Predator, the alien, would look like. He just has that fucking intensity, that build, he controls the fucking room, any scene he's in, all of his guys are terrified of him.
And this was the first movie that guy ever acted in.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah, and he took that fucking role and ran with it, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was going to say, if you want to jump back to the beginning, Alex, did you recognize who, when they were in the Mexico, did you recognize who the guy who he's doing the meetup with is?
Is that the guy who he says, we want a little time with your daughter, and he goes, you have to cooperate, and he goes, wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, Commando.
Yeah.
I can't believe that guy got he got his head blown off.
Yeah.
Brains blown out in 2 different movies. And it was weird when that guy shot him here. I was like, why did he just blow his head off? What am I missing about this?
Guy must just be good for killing.
Aren't they all together? And Seagal's the problem?
I don't know.
I don't get that. Nothing's explained here.
Watch drug deals and such. It happens.
But how about before they even go into the drug deal, the way when Seagal throws Trejo in the trunk, the way he fucking slaps around this partner of his and pushes him and stuff, like he's his fucking little brother, how demeaning. This guy is 40 years old, and he has Steven Seagal slapping him, like, come on, Chico, blah, blah, just smacking the back of his head as he walks around the car.
I love the part he's like, oh, we're not made. No, we're fine. And literally the guy who you just chased and tortured gives you up immediately.
I love that throat punch he gives Trejo's character.
Oh, yeah. And he goes right through a fence.
Yeah.
No, that was great. Some of his greatest fighting is in this movie.
Some of his best running, too.
Oh, he runs again. The jump rope, girly run, the toddler run. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm glad we have it, man. It's on wax forever. We own these Blu-rays for $50 each. I mean, we could watch this forever and nobody could take it away from us.
I don't have the Blu-ray for this one. Don't rub it in.
Yeah, now he has to pay $50, guys. It's not available for...
I'm so mad.
And that's only what the fucking Finnish version?
If it even will fuck, yeah. Fuck.
With that terrible cover art.
I guarantee you I'll buy it and then Shout Factory or something will suddenly announce they're doing it like this year or something.
Yep. They'll do a Seagal box set.
Yeah.
So they go to this strip club where they're doing the drug deal, and this fucking guy squashes a cockroach. What the fuck was that here for? Is that like character?
Which is funny because that guy doesn't show up ever again. Also, he's a cop. He looks like he's a regular at that strip club.
Oh, he does, right?
Yeah, he's got that dusty-ass fucking tweed jacket. He's got the fedora or whatever you want to call that, the pork pie hat. He looks like... He does not look like he's like a cop. He's very much belongs in that kind of place.
Like a dirtbag.
Yeah.
They sniff out Hatcher. They realize he's undercover.
I like his face when Danny Trejo gets brought in the room, the way Seagal looks like, duh. So, yeah, we get to a great fight scene here. Seagal just rips through these guys. He fucking chops a guy's hand off, and his hand lands on the ground with a fucking gun in his hand.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah, we're only 5 minutes into the movie here, and this is exactly what I'm here for. That shit right there.
That, Seagal running, Danny Trejo, we got everything. We could turn this movie off.
Yeah, and they eventually get in the car and drive away, and there's a quick shot of that bar or the whatever that establishment was they were just at, and it looks almost exactly like the titty twister.
Yes!
Did you notice that?
I was yes!
Titty twister from Dusk Till Dawn, which Danny Trejo was also in.
Yeah.
It looked so much like that place, dude.
Yeah.
The best was the whorehouse section of that place. I mean, these girls are working. How about the one girl is like trying to wake this fat dude up on the bed? Did you see that when they were panning through the room?
Yeah, the dude was like nodding off. You tell he was fucking ODing or some shit.
Yeah, so then this hot chick fucking blows away his partner, Chico. He's dead. Seagal's totally... He just can't do this anymore. He goes to Chicago. He basically confesses everything to a priest. Again, like you said, religious shit.
It's stronger in this movie than it was in Hard to Kill, but because he makes a few other things, the comments later. But like, yeah, what is this deal like? This is I don't know.
He says he's slept with informants. He's taken drugs. He's falsified evidence. Probably even drug a girl down the hallway by her hair, just like Puff Daddy did.
Oh, was every show gonna have Puff Daddy references now?
We have
the
to
hell
date
is
this shit.
I was just about to say this is dating it.
Yeah, whatever's topical, yeah. People are gonna be like, oh god, remember that? And like they're listening to this in like 2031. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, but he's throwing in the towel. He's done. He's retiring. He wants out of that shit.
On the advice of a priest.
And then I'm not a fucking gearhead, like I'm not into cars per se, but that fucking black Mustang he has, that thing is fucking baller, dude.
I love that car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Steven Seagal becomes the only man on Earth to retire at 38.
Shit.
Like, you have a long way to go, bro. But okay, you retired 22 years early because you just don't feel like it anymore. This kind of reminds me of when he just decided to stop fighting in the war in Above the Law.
He just dismissed himself from Vietnam like that was a fucking thing.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm out, and he just fucking walks away and Above the Law. Just leaves the war, as you do.
Yeah, now he's just done being a DEA agent. He's like, listen, nothing we ever did ever amounted to shit, and you know it.
Yeah, I love the guy trying to get him. He's like, you can't walk out on me now. Like,
Yeah.
I love that guy though, who was his boss at the time, Peter Jason. That guy's he's in They Live and he's in a whole bunch of other shit. Yeah, I just like that. Yeah, I like that guy. Which is funny because Keith David's also in this movie, and he's also in They Live.
They Live, yeah. Yeah, so Seagal, he goes to his sister's house, and his niece answers the door, and it's Danielle Harris. And if you all out there listening don't know who she is, she was in a movie in 2009 called Halloween 2, Rob Zombie version. And she was also in Halloween 4 and 5 from the late 80s, where she played a character named Jamie Lloyd, who was the daughter of Laurie Strode, who was the main girl in 1981's Halloween 2.
Who was also in Halloween 4, directed by Dwight H. Little.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, Dwight knew to not direct Halloween 5.
Oh, my God.
Which she was also in. Seagal loves to show his childhood pictures. I don't even know what to say about it. I've never seen an actor cram his child. What is he so interested in these pictures for?
Well, so between this and then Above the Law, I don't know what's real from his real life or what's not anymore.
Those are his real life pictures.
So I figured as much. But like the ones in Above the Law, like showing his like backstory of getting into martial arts, are those real too, or were those taken like?
Those are real.
So he was into this shit his whole life. So he actually knows what he's. All right.
And his sister, who eventually comes downstairs, she's got the same haircut as that Beetlejuice chick from 3 O'Clock High.
Oh yeah.
That fucking bowl cut almost.
It was always off-putting to me, even growing up. I was like, why does she look like that? That hair is like fucking horrible. So he goes to the house and he slaps a kid around at the barbecue they're having or whatever. You saw the kid with the football, he like slaps his face. He keeps slapping people. But there's one motherfucker he ain't gonna slap, and that is Keith David from Men at Work.
But hold on, when he's at
Men
that,
at Work.
when have you seen Men at Work, Ghoul?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I just
it's
think
amazing.
that's hilarious that's where Alex is pulling Keith David from.
No, I'm with Alex. When I think of him, that's what I go to.
Oh, mine's The Thing.
The Thing. Most people obviously would say that, but I've seen Men at Work. Don't get me wrong. I like The Thing a lot. It's fucking amazing. But Men at Work was like a go-to for me in the early '90s.
No, my first Keith David sighting was actually Platoon. That's what I always knew him from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah.
That scene when Seagal goes, and when he's at his sister's house and he goes upstairs to his old bedroom and he sees the pictures and all that shit. What is that little handheld thing he puts together?
I was hoping
Does
one
that
of you guys
even
would have
come
the
back
answer.
up in the rest of the movie?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I thought, is this like some kind of a gun that he's going to use later? They don't show it again, right?
I was hoping one of you guys would have the answer to that because I had the same question.
it looked fucking badass, but the rest of the movie, I was like, when is that going to make an appearance again?
Never.
No.
Instead he builds guns to make appearances. Oh, by the way, we have to review Men at Work. Do you know why?
Hold on. Well, we just said Keith David.
Charlie Sheen.
Well, let's just say that Keith David was very busy this year.
Oh, 1990. Yep.
He did
You're
this
right.
and Mark for Death in 1990.
Oh, yeah, we have to do Men at Work.
I'm down. I love that movie.
Oh, I love it. So Charlie Sheen. Keith David. Keith David is a football coach. So,
Yeah, he was definitely pushed to the side.
dude, Seagal is a motherfucker.
I know. How many Keith David scenes do you think are on the cutting room floor?
All the ones where he does something.
I was gonna say, I'm just glad he made it to the final part.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God Seagal didn't have him killed off. Like, the only thing he does with anything but his mouth was when he walks up to the Jamaican with the green jumpsuit on
And he
in the
hits him
mall.
in the face with the butt of his shotgun or whatever.
Well, he's got some kills in the final shootout.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Does he shoot somebody? I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, so these white kids are so happy at the prospect that that's crack. Have you ever seen white people so happy to be like, is that crack?
I also love, is it Esta, whatever his name is, his outfit. He's got the Letterman jacket.
The Letterman jacket.
And he's got the pants that are half jean, half camo. Like,
I love that guy.
yeah, but I just think it's hilarious, like, considering the context of who these guys are, as far as, like, their thing is, they're just dealing to high school kids. I'm like, you guys should have been dealing, like, you're way more high profile than these kids.
So those two chicks that are blazing up right there on the sidelines with them, you know, in full frontal view of the coach and the whole team and everyone.
In front of the entire public of life, yeah, outside doing this, yeah.
I looked both of them up on IMDb, and I just sent you both of their pictures of what they look like now, or at least what their IMDb pictures are.
Okay, let's see if they look like they were smoking that crack. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
The one looks a little old, but the other one looks good.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus. Yeah, she wasn't smoking. She's no Monica Keena.
But yeah, both these girls were in their early 20s when they filmed this. I looked it up, so I didn't feel like a total creep.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, they're doing all this right out in the open. Keith David is pissed off. Seagal could care less because he retired. So he's just a guy who is all about the drug thing, doesn't care at all anymore.
Quick thing, though, did you see the kind of car? I don't know if it's the same, but the car that Keith David drives, or the truck, was that, I know his is a Dodge Ram in this movie. Is a Dodge Ram the one that Schwarzenegger drove in Commando, or was that a Bronco?
So the one that Keith David drove is called a Ram Charger.
Okay.
That was a thing back then. It was kind of like a Ford Bronco used to be. It was like the
it has the same
the Dodge version of what a Ford Bronco used to look like.
Yeah, it's got the same frame.
Exactly. It was called a Ram Charger, and there was kids in my school that had those, and they were fucking badass, man.
Those things look so cool.
Yeah.
So Screwface, we meet Screwface as he meets one of the Colombian drug dudes, and he meets him in this cool, like, pool room. And I don't mean the kind that Seagal beats people up in normally.
No, the kind that you have in your house.
Oh, stop, dude. You're insane. Yeah, an indoor pool. I don't even know what this is, this place, or what it looks like on the outside or what. But so you see the cool water reflection, like, bouncing off the walls, right? Doesn't that add such
atmosphere? Yeah.
Yeah. And it adds the mystique of Screwface.
Well, he does that little... I don't know if you're leading up to it, but he does that trick where he's talking to the guy, and then he, like, looks over, and then he sees him walking by.
He says, I see everything. And then the guy looks and he goes, and I am everywhere. And then the first time I saw this when I was, like, a teenager, that didn't really click. I mean, I saw what happened, but by later in the movie, I had completely forgot about that scene. So, well, I'm not going to spoil it right now, but...
Yeah.
That was total foreshadowing. What's gonna happen?
The voodoo element to this, I'm just gonna say, it really got to me because this is my first time watching this one.
Oh wow, really?
Nice. I was tricked.
Wow.
Yeah.
As I was the first time I saw this.
Yeah.
So I like when he goes, we blend in, we look like them, not your ragheads. And then Screwface takes that pretty well. Then that's when he says, everybody won't go heaven, but nobody want it. I never forgot that quote my whole life.
Just the way he says that and delivers it in his eyes and everything. God, it's so badass.
I was just say, it's the thing with him, it's his fucking eyes. They just, like, the green just looks so unnatural on him for some reason, and it just, like, and he's also there just fucking, like, whoosh, like...
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, he's badass looking enough, but that just, like, puts it over the top to where he looks like a fucking demon, man.
Yeah.
Monster. He's kind of like the Sandman, but totally different, but in ways the same, because it's just unnatural. It seems...
Yeah, how is this guy a human being?
Right.
And oddly enough, they both kind of do the same thing. When the Sandman in Death Warrant wore that jacket while he had those green scrubs on in the prison... You know how that jacket fit him? It's kind of how Screwface's jacket fits him in this scene.
Because he's wearing a jacket and then like a quasi swimsuit. Looks very weird.
He wears some weird shit in this movie, especially the one scene where he flips the table and he's wearing like a fucking Bill Cosby sweater.
Yeah.
He also...
Oh, dude, that is a total Cosby sweater. Holy shit, I didn't think about that.
There's another scene when he gets and he like hypes his boys up. He's wearing the fucking same exact red suit that Nino Brown was wearing.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Same red suit that the reporter was wearing when she was talking about the posses.
The posses. They're called posses.
And then we see this hot naked chick taking like a milk bath.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if this was filmed today, she'd be using like almond milk or oat milk.
Yeah, this hot little Colombian bitch, man. This guy.
She does some kind of like voodoo ceremony where she's chanting and spits out that, is it
The Bacardi.
Bacardi rum?
Can't say I blame her.
And cuts a chicken's head off, and the blood splatters.
Perfectly across Screwface's face.
Now, wouldn't it have been hilarious if they would have cut over and it would have been a picture of Pedro Serrano instead?
She's burning a little Jobu statue.
Oh, my God. And there was a thing that says curveball in there.
Oh.
It's crazy, though, that, like, when she does that, because it's, like, supposed to be, like, some, like, ritual to, like, make, like, I quote it as, like, a voodoo assassination ritual, which is fucking wild. But then he wakes up and he, like, has the vision of whatever, so he knows. So I'm like, there is still that.
Right. He wakes out of a dead sleep. Yeah.
And there's that fucking magic element to this, with, like, the supernatural element to it, which
So it's, like, real.
Yeah.
I know, dude. The first time I saw this, I thought it was like black magic shit going on.
Yeah, but I'm just like, for this to be like a Seagal movie, it's so weird.
Right.
But like, I love it. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, like, this stuff really works.
Right.
And later, Screwface spits out that Bacardi, so it's like none of these guys like that drink.
They hate rum. Which is weird because Jamaica's known for its rum.
Irie, rum man.
Rum, man.
They're all spitting out clear rum, dark rum.
Oh, that's true. Jamaica's dark rum. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but she's hot, dude. She's like blowing a cigar backwards into the fucking pit of
It was backwards, wasn't it? That's why I thought it was weird. I was like, wait, what? It's going to burn her tongue.
That'd have been so funny if when Screwface snapped awake out of that dead sleep, he would have said, "Fuck you, Jobu. I do it myself."
Oh my gosh, I keep on with this. Yes, that was voodoo that Serrano was doing. So Seagal tells Keith David to just leave it alone, even after he tells him his 13-year-old nephew fucking OD'd in one of their crack houses. He's like, "There's nothing you could do about it, man." And then he goes on this whole thing. Listen, you have one finger, you plug one hole, then another crack springs out, then you plug that one. Pretty soon you plug all your fingers and your tongue and your toes, and it just keeps on coming. He goes, "So you know what? I'm not doing anything about it until it lands on my own doorstep." Asshole, he told you it already did. His nephew's fucking dead.
Right.
Why doesn't this matter?
Well, it's just driving home the point that Seagal's character's just so done with it all. He just doesn't even fucking care.
And did you notice Seagal had the jacket he was wearing had a tiger on the back, just like Rocky's did? He wanted to be Stallone so bad.
He had a tiger jacket like Rocky too.
Well, it's also funny when they're going on this jog together. Keith David's wearing appropriate like jogging attire. Seagal's wearing like chinos and that it's like.
And he's doing that fucking arm thing again, like he's swatting away wasps that aren't actually there.
Like he's hitting things with tennis rackets.
It's so bizarre, dude.
We got to put things. I wish I was a great editor with videos. We could put things in his hand, like a jump rope or tennis rackets, whatever.
A broken in half pool cue.
Yeah, or skis or something. It would be so great to just see what he's doing and see how it fits the best. So then we get to this crazy bar scene where they're having a drink, and the Colombians show up to the bar. And the way the Jamaicans just kick the door open and come out shooting them is so dark, isn't it? Like, just their body language and the way they did it, and they're doing it in a public-filled building.
Things like that, especially like considering the amount of like just mass shootings that happen nowadays. Like back in October, I think up in Maine, there was like this crazy dude who just went on a crazy rampage throughout he went to like a bowling range, like a fucking diner or whatever. Like he killed multiple fucking people, whatever, is the whole thing. But like to think of like a public setting and these guys with these weapons just unloading on that's fucking terrifying. And this one did look, I've never been in a shooting, but it looked very as realistic as it could be.
Yeah, absolutely. It was filmed really well. And Dwight, the Halloween 4 guy, he didn't capture Halloween as well as he captured fucking Jamaicans posses.
Yes.
There he is. The Halloween 4 mask that he thinks is Halloween 1.
Hey, it was marketed as Halloween 1.
It was marked for death.
Oh, fuck.
So, Screwface has all these beads under his skin, like we said. It's on his back. Cause, like,
is that what that is? Beads?
I guess they were inserted under his skin for
I could not get a grip on what that was supposed to be.
Because they're perfect, right? It's like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Yeah.
Okay.
It's rows of it, yeah. So he kills that sexy Colombian voodoo chick, unfortunately. We don't see her die or anything, but she's dead.
There's got to be an edited version because, like, the way he aims that fucking machete down, they just cut her limb from limb. Like, she's fucking completely dismembered, which is fucked.
How did he find her? How did he know she did that? Because he just shot the Colombian dude up in the bar. He doesn't know who even put the voodoo curse on him. But he even said somebody says hello or something. Is he trying to say, like, his voodoo god gave him the message that she's the one? Like, it's really weird, right?
That's basically kind of what's implied. At least as far as that's how I took it.
Seagal gets home to his sister's house, and the Jamaicans show up, and they shoot up the fucking house, and they hit Danielle Harris. She gets shot. As soon as Keith David drives away, they come pulling up and just fucking blow that house away, and Danielle Harris gets shot, and she gets taken to the hospital, and he goes to her bedside, and that's what makes up his mind to where he's like, okay, I'm back in this shit. I'm going after these motherfuckers. Yeah. So that was like the turning point for him in the movie.
Yeah, when he walks out of those doors and the music and he looks at Keith David.
That music they're playing when he walks out of doors, that is so fucking badass.
Yeah,
him and Keith David just like look at each other and then they go walking away. Yep. That's so awesome.
To backtrack a little before that, the Screwface's like thing to his gang when he's hyping them up and everything, and he's like getting all in their faces and he's like saying all that shit, and then he's like, take it. Take it. Take it.
Is that after he says, anybody does something to us, we get them tenfold?
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
This guy, Screwface, gets in your fucking grill like he's about to put his tongue down your throat.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he's yelling at somebody, he is like this fucking close to their faces. And it is intense. It looks good in the movie, but in real life, that's fucking weird. You know?
Gotta assert your dominance, you know?
So did anybody recognize the doctor that's helping Danielle Harris?
Yeah, Terminator.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, Dr. Silverman.
Oh, God. Here he goes. Thank God the Ghoul is going to come in and boost up those Terminator shows at the end. His sister blames Hatcher.
Hatcher.
Yeah, so now he's really feels like a jackass. Now he's on board because it's his family and not fucking Keith David's family. He slaps around Jimmy Fingers and his bald spot is showing. And this is when he was in bed with those two chicks, which is crazy, man.
Yeah, this fucking ugly motherfucker is like getting ready to have like a menage a trois with these two hot hookers.
Actually, menage a trois is two guys and a girl.
Oh, so your fantasy, sorry. So he's getting ready to have a threesome, we'll say.
Yes.
With these two chicks.
I always think of me and the Ghoul with your ex.
Oh, you can have her. The guy reaches for his gun, and Hatcher kicks him in the face and asks him about selling guns to the Jamaicans, and Jimmy Fingers is like, I sell anything to anyone I want except you, Hatcher. I wouldn't sell you the fucking sweat off my balls. And I'm not going to lie, I got a little nauseous thinking about this fucking disgusting guy's hairy, sweaty nutsack underneath that black G-string bikini underwear that he was wearing. And by nauseous, I mean horny.
He's wearing women's underwear. That is severe behavioral disorder. Next thing you know, he'll be wearing a bra on his head. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
That is a severe behavior disorder. Those are women's underpants. They really are, though. He is wearing women's underpants.
Nice panties. Yeah, he's wearing women's underpants. What the fuck is he doing?
Oh, my God. And this guy's hideous, dude.
Oh, he's disgusting. And the bald spot doesn't even look real. It almost looks like a weird bald cap or something, like some weird thick prosthetic they put on his head. Like
They shaved a chunk out of his head so Seagal didn't feel so bad about his hair.
No, Seagal's hair is looking good now, boy.
Well, yeah, he's got that fucking carpet going on by this point. No, his hair is perfect in this movie.
Oh, perfect. It's better than that rug of yours.
This rug?
No, just being Harris and what's his name from Major League.
Oh, yeah.
Nice carpet. It's better than that rug of yours. So yeah, then we get to him. So what does he do to Jimmy Fingers again? He just
Shoots him in the head.
He just shoots him.
Okay, and then
we
that
get Jamaican dude runs in with like a champagne bottle, and he slings it at Seagal like a tomahawk, dude, just like fucking straight over his head.
The way this guy moves when his body gets flung into the couch and stuff, it's so great. And then he's like, "Where's Screwface? Screwface, my blood clot. He would do something. He would do something to you, whatever." And he goes, "He would do 10 times to me what you would do. I'm not giving you shit." And he fucking runs out and jumps out of the fucking window.
He's basically like, "Go find him yourself, bitch. Peace out."
Yeah.
Jumps out the window. Like 20 stories? Crashes down on the car. It's just like that scene in Lethal Weapon when Tom Atkins' daughter jumps out that window at the beginning and goes flying down and crashes on that fucking car.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah, I love
that's how scared of Screwface these people are.
I was just about to say that. That's what I love. Like, he would rather preserve his own, like, that's the best fate he can think of now that his whole shit's over is fucking jumping that far out of window.
Exactly. And Seagal goes down to the car with Keith David, and Keith David's like, "So?" And he's like, "One thought he was invincible, and one thought he could fly. They were both wrong."
Was that as good as a Arnold line, or is he just as...
I know, I like that one. That was in my intro quotes before you fucking jacked it from me.
Wow.
What Arnold line are you talking about?
No, like, remember how we said in Cobra, like, Stallone just cannot land a line as fucking perfect as Arnold?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I think some of the times he does, I think. Not all the time, but...
I would argue that Seagal might be a little better at it than Stallone.
Yes, I would too.
Yeah.
He's better.
He's got that, like, because his cadence, like, the way he delivers it, he's got that, like, sly little, like kind of thing, whereas Stallone's always, like...
trying to be tough.
Right, yeah, exactly.
With weird monotone.
Yeah.
So then we get to the card. They're playing cards, and this guy has to explain to fucking Screwface what just happened. And with his Bill Cosby sweater, he fucking flips the table, and then he, like, hits a guy with a leg of a fucking table.
Dude, he fucking flips that table over, breaks the leg off, and smashes that dude in the face with it.
So I was rewatching that scene on YouTube, and someone pointed out in the comments, he hits that guy because that guy was winning in dominoes.
Well, that's what I have in my notes. I guess these guys playing checkers and Screwface lost because he got really pissed and flipped the table.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I want Hatchet dead.
Yeah,
his family dead. But if you can't kill him, I gonna kill him. Then I gonna kill you."
So intense. You did it horribly compared to him.
Let me hear you do it, tough guy.
I can do it.
Go ahead.
"I want Hatchet dead. You don't kill him, I kill him. Then I kill you." See that?
That was better. I'll give you that.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
I'm not even going to touch it. I like when the guy is delivering him the news. He's so calm at first. He's like, "Oh, Esther dead? Who did it? The white boy Hatcha?" And then he fucking just flips out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like those fucking dudes who turn it from 0 to 100 in a snap like that. They're terrifying.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh shit, Chris, we're fucked.
I'm totally terrifying, dude. Just stay on my good side is all I could
Beat
say.
the shit out of women, don't you? Women love that shit.
If you have the money, they do.
Yeah, apparently.
Fuck.
So then who's that guy, that other, he's kind of a famous actor. He's like in charge of the case now with the Jamaicans.
I know who you talk about. He's been in a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he has a very memorable face.
Yes,
I can't even picture the guy you're talking about.
He was trying to get Hatcher to come back to work this case.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh, here he is, Kevin Dunn.
Yes.
So the Jamaicans attack Hatcher's sister, and they tie her to that table and light 500 candles.
So, I'm gonna say, this being my first time fully seeing this, the stakes were already raised. I legitimately thought they were gonna fucking kill her.
Why didn't they?
Yeah.
He kind of alludes to why, like it answers you. It says, I want your dreams or something. He gets her, she kicks the Bob Marley guy in the dick and then pushes him somewhere, runs down the stairs, and she opens the door and he spits in her face and all that. And he ties her to the thing, and they light all these candles, and he really wants to do the voodoo magic to her rather than just kill her.
Yeah, he draws the whole symbol on her chest and everything.
Right. Like, he doesn't just want to chop her head off. But again, Seagal shows up, and why do they all run away? Do whatever you plan on doing to him now when he gets there. Just didn't you guys bring like 5 machine guns with you? Like when he opens the door, shoot him.
Right.
Why are you running away? And where did you go?
They did. Yeah. How did they slink out of there so fast?
Out of the kitchen door in the back? Like, it's just so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually was like, there's always those kind of scenes though where the person who's supposed to be being protected, the guard's mysteriously gone, and then you're like, oh shit, they're fucked. But this one,
that old trope.
Yeah, like I actually legitimately thought in this one they were gonna kill her because I was like, oh, like I was worried for this poor woman. I was like, because these guys are fucking so evil.
These bad guys are so fleshed out and so well acted. I feel like I'm part of this gang by this point of the movie. I feel like I know them all. And then I know they'd call me a blood clot. So he goes... So Hatcher, does a drug deal with them or something with their cars. And he goes, hey, you want to buy some blow, man? And he goes, yeah, I want to blow your head off.
So that's what I love at this point, because it's him and Keith David, and Keith David's got the shotgun, and I just love how down for the cause he is. He's like, I don't care if we're both civilians, we're going to fucking kill these guys. And they just roll right up on him, and then that begins that whole chase, which is wild.
The car chase?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was fucking great. It reminded me of like something out of Cobra or something like that. And then that's when they end up like crashing through the front window of the that high-end clothing store or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah, Empire.
They drove through people eating lunch. They're driving on the fucking sidewalks, dude.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's still not as batshit as the one in Cobra. I think wasn't Cobra the car chit that was just fucking batshit?
Yeah.
Well, there's one moment where the Jamaicans blow a fucking hole right through the windshield exactly where Keith David is sitting.
After that happens, he just like kind of reaches up and pushes the windshield out. Yeah. Like it's made out of like paper mache.
Yeah. like Terminator, the T-1000 did it.
Yeah, you can tell it's made out of not
Oh, it's not glass. No.
So we get to this mall fucking fight. Oh my god.
Brilliant.
This dude in the light green jumpsuit is fucking hilarious to me.
Hold on, I'm drawing a blank on that guy.
Hatcher eventually takes his arm and he hyperextends his elbow.
Of course he does, yeah.
And then he gets up and he's like this, and then that's when he hits him with the butt of the gun.
Right.
But I love. How about the one fight where he takes the guy and he twists him up and he holds him, then he takes his knife from him and slams it right into his chest.
I had the knife kill. I was like, I love that.
That was great. And then his friend was watching and he was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Because you this one is the one out of a lot of the ones you can feel where his hatred or his character's hatred for these guys, you can fucking feel it with all the shit he's doing to them.
So Seagal's like shooting a gun at someone. He runs out of bullets, and he just like throws his gun on the ground and pulls out a different. Did you notice that? He just like throws it on the ground and pulls out another one.
Yeah.
And then he runs over to the side, and they cut back to Seagal, and for absolutely no reason, he does kind of like this, like karate fucking stance, like someone's like coming up on him, but there's no one around him. But he's like,
Yeah.
It's real quick, but I rewound it like 3 times. It makes no sense.
It's like if he was a Mortal Kombat character, that would be his character's entrance.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
He enters the battlefield and he's like,
Yeah.
goes nowhere.
Nobody is near him, but he's like getting in a fighting stance.
Well, this is the movie that Seagal says has probably his best fighting scenes he's ever done.
That's debatable.
Yeah? I think it might be.
I think it's out for justice, but that's my
I was about to say,
my
I was like,
bias to that movie.
And I was going to say it's a tie between that and this one for me.
Yeah.
Cannot beat the pool hall scene in Out for Justice for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that again and think of it in relation to this.
So that Jamaican's got that chick, that store clerk. He's got the knife, and Seagal's like, "Go ahead, kill her. I don't know her. Kill her. I don't know her." And then he eventually runs up on him and fucks that guy up.
He punches him in the face.
Yeah, punches him in the face. Then he eventually grabs that other guy and does the old arm thing again. Bends his arm all the way back. Dude, that is like the kill shot for apparently. You grab someone's arm and either twist it like underneath and like hyperextend it like this, or you completely bend it backwards like this, and they're just...
That's where he stabs him in the chest.
Yeah, right.
Does he do that the most in this movie out of all? Like, I feel like there was so many broken arms.
There were a handful of those in this movie for sure.
It had to have been the most compared to the rest, right?
Yeah, I think so. Then he throws the guy through every fucking display case he could find.
Right. They love smashing glass in all of these action movies, dude. As much glass as they can smash. And I get it. It makes for a good sound design, good visual display anytime you smash glass. But, like, yeah.
Oh, if I could put that in my movie, I would have put it 100. Every Jason kill would have been thrown through somebody through glass or something. But I don't have any of the talent to do that.
And then that's when, after Seagal fucks up the last guy, or technically the next to the last guy, Keith David comes running in, smashes the guy in his face with the butt of his gun, like, huh, I just put into that.
We should call him the Blister. Shows up after the work is done. He's the Blister.
Hey, he can do it. He's Keith David.
He was in the very beginning of that scene, and then not again until that part.
Yeah, I'd be like, where the fuck were you?
Exactly.
Sorry, I had to take a piss.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, it's funny because, like, he runs in, like, in the beginning, and the guy who dove behind the thing, I was like, at first I was like, oh, shit, come on. Don't tell me this guy's going to get the drop on Keith David and kill him. I was going to be very upset. But no, he just disappears.
That guy that dove behind the counter, he jumped like fucking 15. Like, that dude went soaring.
Fucking flew.
Like an eagle, dude. It was unreal.
Yeah.
We have them trapping Seagal in his car.
That's right. They fucking destroy that beautiful Mustang. Oh, fuck.
No, but like, let's talk about this. They set up this fucking whole elaborate work site.
Night construction.
Perfectly.
They have fucking cones out. They have
to lure him in, I guess.
They have mounds of dirt.
Yeah.
They have all these utility vehicles, fucking guys, like flaggers and stuff. Like, this is really elaborate for a fucking Jamaican posse to kill some guy. This whole elaborate thing is so they could just drive 2 utility vehicles in the front and back of his car and trap him in it while they throw a fucking Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, meet my sister, goddess of fire.
Oh, another great line from him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because the version I watched, my downloaded version, usually I watch these movies with subtitles just so I don't miss anything. I couldn't tell if he said meet my sister or meet my assistant. I assumed it was sister, but I was doubting myself.
Here, she'll validate your parking. Oh, thanks, man. Yes.
She might blow up your car while she's at it, but...
Meet my assistant.
The goddess of fire. Oh, my God.
Oh, everything he says is so, like Ghoul said, like how he totally bought into all this. he sells it. I totally believe in this whole movie when I watch this.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we're done recording this, I'm going to send you a YouTube video of the guy that played Screwface.
Right.
He was interviewed at like some film convention like 8 years ago.
Wow.
I sent it to Ghoul earlier today, and the only reason I didn't send it to you is because they actually say his name on there, and I thought you might fuck his actual real name up, so I didn't send it to you. You would never in a million fucking years recognize this guy from playing Screwface. It is unreal how he looks and how he sounds. I'm going to send it to you, but don't watch it until this is over.
Okay. Wow. I love Screwface, man. He's like one of my favorite characters in movies, I think. So, yeah, he does that. Seagal, of course, escapes seconds before his car blows up.
Which is another outrageous explosion.
From that little,
Yeah,
gas
that single car blowing up is huge.
So, yeah, they buy their weapons from a guy who, I guess it's important for us to figure out that he's 5 years sober. Yeah, man, 5 years sober, one day at a time. And what's odd is that maybe by the time this show is released, I'll be 5 years sober because I started in...
Are you releasing this in 2028?
Wow, you're fucked up, dude. I saw that picture. So yeah, they get these weapons, and they heard Screwface has gone back to Jamaica by this Charles, this other Jamaican guy who's like the cop that's been in this whole movie that no one has paid attention to, really.
I did really forget about him until like 2 minutes ago. I was like, wait,
exactly.
What about this other guy?
And he's part of the huge reveal, too.
Yeah.
So I love weapon montages. I love this one.
This one's fucking awesome.
Seagal is sitting there pressing his own bullets and then proceeds to fucking shoot this slab of meat that's hanging on a hook.
Right.
And I'm like...
Go ahead.
No, I know. I was going to do it, too. Just take the joke.
No, you. It's yours. Go.
No,
go.
I'm just wondering why he's not just punching it like Rocky.
Because it's a fuck you to Stallone, like, oh, you think you're a badass punching this meat? Well, look at what I can do to it. And he's just like blowing it the fuck away.
Wow.
Why else would he have a slab of beef hanging there like that? It's the same fucking thing as Rocky.
I love his sniper rifle. Yeah, I'd like you guys to meet my silent partner.
Yeah. He's like, you didn't hear anything except for the meat popping, right?
It's also, if a suppressor in real life would never, like those guys, the eardrums would still be blown out.
Oh, yeah. Was Paulie standing behind that meat holding it while he was shooting it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Shamrock meat product? So, yeah, that gun is amazing. It's so quiet, though.
Yeah,
amazing.
I love all of it. Like, I just love, like, the making. Like, a weapons montage is always going to get a point.
Oh, yeah.
A point above for me.
But now he has to go press 200 more bullets because he just wasted them.
Yeah, right.
So, we're in Jamaica.
Oh, that's a good point. Why would he have even wasted the bullets on that if he already knew what they could do? What was the point?
Yeah, the gun works, guys.
If you're buying all those guns, why would you not buy fucking ammo too?
Oh shit!
Right? Wouldn't that be a lot easier and cheaper, maybe, to just buy the ammo in bulk? So that we're in Jamaica now. I have no idea how they snuck in all those weapons on the fucking Jamaican airplane.
Yeah, because they were on, what did the plane say? Just Air Jamaica or something on the side, right? Yeah, so it's just a regular civilian flight.
How did they get that there?
I mean, it was also 1990. Things were way more lax back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got a blowjob back then.
You got a blowjob in an airplane?
No, in 1990.
Oh.
Shout out Denise if you're listening.
Jesus.
Thank God your wife doesn't listen. So we hear that John Crow song that it's like has Screwface stuff in the. I only play that to you guys, right? Not on the show.
Right.
No, yeah.
You have to drop it in on the show though.
Yeah. So I'm going to play some of that now.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently Steven Seagal wrote this song.
Yeah. So here it is. It's called John Crow, not John Hatcher. and it has lyrics that talk about Screwface.
Which I never would have noticed if you would not have pointed that out.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, how weird that Screwface lets this song be played in his own club.
Exactly.
Your time has come? Like, what the fuck? I'd be like, what are you guys singing about? So, the secret to Screwface. So, Seagull hooks up with Screwface's chick, and for whatever reason, she's spilling the beans about him. And she said the secret to Screwface is that he has 2 heads and 4 eyes.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like the first time, like I said, the first time I watched this, that was feeding my fire still, like, this really is about black magic and shit. Because I was too, I'm not going to say stupid, but I had never seen this before, so.
Well, plus they had already done so many, like, movie tricks to get you to believe it.
Right, with all the voodoo shit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is like real supernatural shit going on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
cool.
how about that chick in the white dress? Whew.
So Seagull starts shooting the guards with that silent gun. Then he blows up like an outhouse. Then the lights are out when he enters this place with looking like a fucking termite exterminator.
Oh,
with
he's wearing Buffalo Bill's night vision goggles from Silence of the Lambs.
It made me so mad that he didn't kill anyone in that dark room. Like, he
Same
just creeped
thing.
around.
I was like, what is the point of him wearing those? That did not come into play whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And honestly, it wasn't even that, like, dark. They would have been able to see him.
Yeah, it's not like it was pitch black.
Right. It's not like it was Predator 2, like the train. Like, it's just dark.
Right.
I'm not even saying that just to be funny. I mean, like, that is a version where, like, that works. Like, that could have been his, like, the reverse Predator moment to a degree. Like, he's got night vision. These guys got no vision. He could have fucking just gone in there and he had the silenced MP5, which he could have just gone in and bang, 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 all in the dark. Would have been a perfect, like, pick-off moment, but nothing.
It's almost like, was there a deleted scene where he killed someone while he was wearing those, but then they cut it out? Because there is no reason for him to have those goggles on in the scope of the movie. It factored nothing.
Yeah, he gets to Screwface's little, like, room, and then he's like, oh, I don't need these anymore. Like,
right.
It's so weird.
Yeah. I don't understand. He walks in, and then he sees his own voodoo station with his shit all over the place.
Voodoo station.
Screwface, his men capture him. Then they tie him down. He breaks free, kicks their asses, and hyperextends another arm.
Yep.
And this arm looked plastic again. His hand looked plastic.
No, I didn't notice that on this one. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, and it's weird because the guy, when he's holding the guy like this, the guy's just kind of like waiting for him to do it. He's not even struggling.
And he snapped that fucking thing like it was made out of newspaper, dude.
Oh. So then we get to this insanely anticlimactic fight with Screwface.
Yep.
Where he cuts his balls in half, then swings the fucking thing around to lop his head off. And that's it.
I was going to say, I could not believe they killed the guy this fast.
Well, considering how quickly he killed the guys in Above the Law, I do believe it.
True. I do like that he used the sand to his advantage, though, and he kicked it at him.
Kicked in his face.
It didn't do anything to him, but no, his, like, technique that he used to get the fucking sword from Screwface, and he just did that, like, and then, like, the fucking twist right up to his fucking taint. And
his nuts, yeah. And the way he chopped his head off was fuck. Alex, did that remind you of anything? That decapitation scene?
Sleepaway Camp 2?
I never saw it.
Oh, another movie?
Yeah. Famous decapitation scene that you and I both love. Old movie, early 80s. Clash of the Titans.
Oh, amazing. 1981.
Yep. Looked just like Medusa. When Medusa bent over and then all that goop started running out of her neck.
Oh, that's cool.
So Keith David is totally wasted in this movie.
He is. I just love, plus just because I love Keith David. And also, this is just like a little tie into his character from Platoon. They both use the M60 that LMG. The gun that he's carrying in the initial thing is like the same gun that his character is like the main on in Platoon. That's what I just like about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they head back to Chicago, where Seagull wants to show the gang that's taken over there. Screwface is dead. So, the woman told him that you have to kill Screwface, so they think that your magic is more powerful than his. First, Seagull shows them his sword cane or whatever. And he goes, look, he's dead. And I was like, okay, Dorothy, I think you have to show a little bit more than that. This isn't the fucking broomstick of the Wicked Witch. I was like, you have to prove he's dead. So then fucking Charles, or whatever his name is, the other Jamaican guy, who, how about that part? When they're doing the gun montage and this Jamaican guy walks in, weren't you like, what the fuck is he doing here? And then you realize that that's the cop.
Oh, their partner?
Yeah, but his hair is out, like Sideshow Bob, like it's not in that hat he always wears.
I like how Seagull tells the posse that Screwface is dead and, quote, get the fuck out of town or die.
It's fucking awesome.
And how come they all just don't look at each other and then turn to him and just all shoot him at the same time?
They're mystified by Screwface, and so if he's gone, they think he really, like, slayed the dragon, so to speak.
Yeah.
But they're even willing to meet with him. Like, why would they even be willing to meet? And why would they think he's dead? Well, first I'll give the reveal. So he shows the head.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Big spoiler alert.
Give people like 10 seconds to back out if they haven't seen this movie.
So he holds the head up, and then the sword comes through Charles's body slowly, and it's Screwface behind him, killing him.
As Screwface's head is being held up in the air.
This shit fucking got me good.
I was gonna say, what was your initial reaction to that?
I was even suspicious of just like, he killed him so quick, I was like, what the fuck, already? And then they go back, and I'm like, where is this going? And then they go back to the thing, and they're talking about like, oh, this person owes you this much, and I'm like, there's gotta be like 2 minutes left of this movie, what's going on? And for them to be doing that, the whole head waving thing, and being like, get the fuck out, I was like, what's happening here? And then the sword coming through, and then the head, and then seeing Screwface again, I was like, oh shit, this is actually fucking supernatural.
Right. That's what I thought the first time.
I was mind blown. I was like, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah. Because had you forgotten about that scene at the beginning when it showed the two screw faces, so to speak, when he's like, I'm everywhere and I hear everything?
I didn't forget about it, but I always thought, I was like, he's magic. He's black magic.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was like, oh shit, he really is like a fucking demon. Like,
right.
Holy shit. And then the twist got me good, which I was very happy about. I like that.
How the fuck did they fly back to Chicago with a severed head on board? Dude, when they went through the fucking the X-ray machine thing, didn't they see a skull in the guy's bowling bag?
They probably didn't have that back then.
No?
I don't know. You guys were in the 90s on planes than I was. Did they have the TSA shit that they do now?
Oh, I wasn't jet setting back then like Alex was.
Yeah, at 10 years old. Yeah, real jet setter.
But not even that. Just like that thing would have been covered in maggots and decaying within like 10 hours. Like,
right. So yeah, there were no flies even buzzing around it when he lifted it up. It was like still like good, maintained. So maybe he saran wrapped it or something.
Yeah, they
right?
saran wrapped it and put it on ice.
Yeah, he does that. So there's two screw faces. So now let's get to some things about that. So I was wondering when they did the chicken blood across Screwface's picture, and he woke up out of his dream because like he could feel the curse on him or whatever. Which Screwface was that woke up? If there's two of them, and he even goes, "You kill my brother, now I kill you," or whatever.
But there's still the degree of there's magic, though.
And did their whole posse know about the two screw faces, or were they under the assumption also that there was only one and it was magic?
So that's the thing. They don't allude to that. But if I had to guess, I think they were under the illusion that there was only one.
Me too.
That's what I thought, too.
To keep the fear, like to keep everyone in check kind of thing.
Right.
But,
because after Screwface's head gets cut off, and then the other Screwface appears, doesn't one of them say something like
The Magic Man?
like they're amazed that he reappears, basically?
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's hard to tell, but it's at the same time, it's like they don't really. But as far as your question, Alex, is like which one woke up? Yeah, you don't really know.
Probably just the one that was in that specific picture in that can.
Yeah, so you can assume it was the American one.
Right.
So
Like, even that. So he kills the Jamaican one, but wasn't the other Screwface around everybody else? Wouldn't they know he's alive? Because he's...
That's what I was thinking. Like, if they were really, like, trading off, what was the other one doing in the meantime? Was he, like, fucking playing Nintendo or something while the other guy was out there doing drug deals and killing shit? And then they would just, like, fucking high-five, tag-team it out of some secret door? Or what?
Yeah, so the way I see it is that the American one was probably doing most of the shit that we see from the entire movie. But then because they knew that Mason was going to come... not Mason, fucking Jesus Christ.
Gino. Nico.
Yeah, they're all starting to blend.
Casey.
Casey. No, they're all starting to, like, think that, he's gullible enough to come find us if we leak out the information that Screwface went back to Jamaica. He's going to follow it, so then we can trick him.
Yeah, but the Charles guy tells him that. Like, he had inside information.
So they probably were just misleading them on purpose, is what I think.
So he really didn't go back to Jamaica. There's probably just always one there.
Yeah, there's one in Jamaica and one in...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
the Wikipedia... I had to Wikipedia it a little bit.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and that's... Well, granted, whoever wrote that, and I was like, that makes the most sense. Like, there's been one in the United States and then one in Jamaica.
Okay.
You killed me, brother. Now you gonna wish you was dead.
Yeah, then we get to this whole part where, like, he, like, loses Screwface, and then he has to go through this warehouse full of beer, and, like,
Dude,
guys...
all Red Stripe.
No, there was also Coors Original. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that.
I thought of Johnny Lawrence as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, that was the first one they showed, Coors.
Yeah.
So those guys all thought they were going to party for the next 3 years, going through all those beers, but they never do. Seagal basically goes through every one of those guys, fucking kills them with sledgehammers, small hammers,
Yeah.
fucking everything you could think of. I don't know if you guys have any specifics with these fights, but they were all great. How about the one where he comes past the wall of beer, and Seagal just hits him over the head with that cane? Like, he just bonks him right on the forehead.
Like a fucking Master Splinter move.
Screwface keeps calling him a blood clot. That's apparently the worst thing you could say to somebody.
But aren't they like having a sword fight, and Seagal slices him from like the top of his scalp all the way down his nose?
Oh,
Yep.
That was great.
Yeah.
And then he fucking pushes in Screwball's eyeballs with his thumbs, just like shoves them all the way into his fucking skull, dude.
Yeah. Before he had 2 eyes and 4, 2 heads and 4 eyes. Now he has no eyes.
No eyes and 1 head, yeah.
The fucking way he kills this guy. Fucking gouges the eyes out, snaps his fucking back over his fucking knee, and then throws him and impales him onto the fucking elevator shaft thing.
Dude, yeah, he cracked his back like it was fucking...
That was an extremely satisfying villain death.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I love how he goes, God, I hope there weren't triplets.
I'm glad you said that. That I thought, honest to God, I thought that was a fantastic line. I thought his delivery was good. I thought the line was good. He goes, "Hope they weren't triplets." Like you could really feel him like being like, Jesus fucking Christ! I hope this is over.
It's almost like the ending of Predator 2 when, what's his name?
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover kills the one, and then the rest
He's like,
appear.
okay. Who's next? Yeah, exactly. But no, I thought Seagal's delivery of that line was actually good.
Yeah,
that was good.
I like
Hope
that.
they weren't triplets. but then he and Keith David just kind of walk out of that place. And it's over.
Carrie,
Carrie. It's very abrupt, and
Yep.
so I thought the very ending of the movie was anticlimactic. I mean, I'm not going to harp on that, but it just ended very suddenly.
Well, that's 2 movies in a row that were not exactly blown away by the endings.
Did Danielle Harris live?
So they do. No, she does, because, and this is the 2 plot points that they don't really follow up on are her and the Joanne Pellicula, whatever her name is, the tranny? No, the woman who's like got all the information about the sign.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that lady. Okay.
The one who you think he's going to have a love interest with, and it goes nowhere.
But then it almost goes no. Exactly. Yeah.
So that goes nowhere. But the Danielle Harris thing, they do briefly wrap up when he's, I think right before they go to Jamaica, Seagal's on the phone with his sister, and they say that Danielle Harris is going to live, and that they've fixed whatever, she's going to make it through.
Wait, you're saying that really happened, or that was cut out?
No, it did happen. That is in the movie.
So they relieved the pressure in her brain?
Yes, that's exactly the line, actually, Alex. Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, it's very, over the phone call, it's very in passing, because it's basically when we're getting to the point when you're like gearing up.
It's on a phone call?
It's on a phone call.
Okay, that's why I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, Seagal didn't want to draw too much attention away from himself.
Yeah, he was like, I gotta kill these guys. Sorry, sis. Like,
listen, I'm real busy with my life.
Right, yeah.
You have 2 seconds to tell me how she's doing. Well, they relieved the pressure. Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, your daughter's alive? Well, my car's dead, so thanks.
Yeah, he has no emotion about his family in any of these movies, just like Hard to Kill. When he finds out his son's alive, he's just like, huh, how'd you manage that?
Like the President of the United States. You hear me? Like the President of the United States. It's like, and the guy's like, well, it depends which president it is. We might let Bush die.
Jesus Christ.
I can't wait to take a picture of my ballot this fall and text it to you.
Of your what?
My ballot when I go vote.
I know you're not voting for now, dude.
Well, I don't go vote because I don't give a flying fuck about anything. But if I did, I would out of spite for you. I wish this was a video podcast so bad. I'm done.
He's done. So he's marked for death. And also, are we to believe that this posse is just going to give up slinging coke and crack and all this other shit just because Hatcher killed Screwface and told them to quit? There's a lot of people involved here. Are they all just saying, well, Screwface is dead and Hatcher said we die too. Let's get out of Chicago.
Well, I mean, Screwface was basically their Jesus Christ. I mean, they looked at him as like the end-all be-all.
Yeah, maybe they just go peddle their fucking shit in another anywhere where Seagal's not, which is like whatever. Which is funny because I'm like, if he really wants this whole drug thing to end, just go in there and kill all these fuckers. Like,
yeah, I just picture Seagal and Keith David walking down that alley while he's holding the dead guy, and Keith David just goes, I didn't do shit during this whole thing, man. I was happy to help you, but I really had nothing to do with this. Oh, no, you shot a few guys. I saw that, and the Ghoul saw that. He noticed. Oh, really? Because I didn't feel like I did a thing.
Yeah, because like when this movie started and I saw his name in the opening credits, I had forgotten he was in this. Yes, I was pumped, man. Because everything I've ever seen him in, I fucking love him in. The Thing, They Live, Men at Work, There's Something About Mary. I mean, everything he's been in, he's awesome. But it's like he plays the same character in everything he's in. But he's just fucking awesome, and he was just wasted in this almost.
Yeah, Platoon and Dead Presidents too. He's like the same character. It's awesome.
Dude, I haven't seen Dead Presidents in 30 years. I have to rewatch that.
No, I agree. He doesn't get enough, but he's serviceable from what I enjoy every scene that he's in.
Is he a main player in that movie, Dead Presidents?
He's in the back half of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how many cow tongues are we nailing to our front doors for Marked for Death out of 5, Chris?
Very entertaining movie. by far the most memorable villain in a Seagal movie up to this point, but it gets it gets stepped up in the next movie with Richie, in my opinion, but still, that's neither here nor there. Screwface is fucking amazing, so I feel like he's more of a player in that movie, but that's neither here nor there. Screwface is amazing in this movie. Seagal's hair is perfect in this movie. It's got Daniel Harris. I will give this, if I could go 3.75, I would, but I'll round up and give it 4 cow tongues out of 5.
Yeah, it means you really like it.
Oh yeah, I really do like this. But before this time, when I watched it like a little over a year ago, I remember watching it and being like, that's good. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again, but this time watching it, I'm definitely going to watch this again.
Yeah, I had a good watch when I watched it this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Ghoul, how many cow tongues are you nailing to your front door for Mark for Death out of 5?
So this was the first watch for me, and it fucking delivered.
Wow.
I'm very happy that you picked this. I was wondering where a lot of this Jamaican voodoo stuff was going, and if it was just going to be all hokey or not, and it was fucking absolutely not. This shit, like I said, I was tricked, and I'm very happy that I was. Like, it's been a while since I got hit by a twist, especially for a movie that was before I was even born.
Makes me feel so fucking old. Jesus Christ.
I thought I was going to be bored by some of this, but I was glued to the screen the whole fucking time. Seagal's great, but Screwface is what you're here for. And also, I just love that fucking Keith David's in this because I love him. I need to find this shit on Blu-ray for a decent price.
Oh, you can get it, dude, on eBay. It's just that foreign version, but it'll play in your player.
Yeah.
It said they sold like 150 copies.
I thought it was region-free, is it not?
I'd say if it'll play on my PS3, I'll get it.
Oh, it'll play on your PS3. I have a PS3, and it plays everything.
Right, okay. And, yeah, so this is getting purchased, and I'm going to find it. 5 out of fucking 5.
Wow!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this was... I fucking love it. I love this. This was so much fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right there with you, dude. I'm giving 5 out of 5 cow tongues for Marked for Death. This is the one I grew up with Hard to Kill. And it's funny, I never even appreciated this movie. I watched it a lot. I've watched this movie like 20 times, I guess, in my life. But at the same time, I just thought I liked it because I like Seagal movies and stuff like that, and at this period. But something clicked with us when I watched it yesterday for this review, and I kept sending you guys little clips and things I thought was funny or whatever. Like, I was so into it while I was doing that with you, and I wanted to share my excitement. Like, it just felt different. And Screwface, I never appreciated him more than I did in this movie, and his intensity and just the character. And I guess, like we said, Seagal doesn't have great villains against him in even his good movies. So it really was refreshing, and I really thought the whole support, every single Jamaican guy in this movie just gives it his all. They're so lived in.
Yeah, even his two, like Nesta and whoever the other guy, they're memorable as well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so demonstrative and just into the roles. It's awesome.
They're like obsessed that they got to be in this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And they gave it their all. I always admire people who are willing to like portray bad versions of their culture and stuff.
Like stereotypes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's why it was important to have Charles in this movie, the good Jamaican who's a cop and stuff, to offset the idea that all Jamaicans are bad or whatever.
Well, he even says when they get there at the end, he's like,
Yep.
see, not all of us are all about pushing the shit or whatever he says.
Right. So that was good and important, I think, and it also rounded out the movie. It made it feel fleshed out and all that good stuff. Yeah, I loved all the fight scenes, loved that I was tricked into think, oh, that's the only thing that he's going to do with Screwface, and then there's another one, and all that shit. So, love all that stuff. 5 out of 5 cow tongues on the door. This and Hard to Kill are my two favorite Seagal movies. I'll just say that right off the bat. Anything, we're going to keep reviewing his stuff because we seem to like it. So, I'm sure we'll do Under Siege.
Yeah, so if we do another doubleheader, it's going to be Under Siege and On Deadly Ground if we go in order.
So, yeah. And, yeah, on Deadly Ground, we have to do that for sure. So, if you guys are big Seagal fans, your appetite will be... Your thirst will be quenched. I can tell you that much. So, that's it. Great time. These last two movies, the reason I ever started this show with these guys on my end. And I'm sure we'll continue with everybody else's if we haven't already. So, see you next week.